It always starts with that one photo. She's smiling in a way she never did with you at the end. Her body language is open, her eyes bright, her energy alive. And standing next to her is a man you've never seen before. And suddenly your stomach drops, because she looks like the version of her you tried so hard to reach, but couldn't. You asked her what was wrong. You asked what she needed. You tried to talk, fix, listen, adjust. But all you ever got was distance. And now she's posting the very effort she denied you. If you're feeling that right now, breathe. This isn't about him. And it was never about you not being enough. If you're new here, this channel is for men who want the truth, not the sugar-coated kind. Subscribe if you want more videos that hit exactly where you're hurting. Now let's get into the real reason this happens. When a woman checks out emotionally, it rarely happens in one moment. It's slow, silent, almost invisible. She begins withdrawing months before she ever says, "I'm not happy." But because you were trying, because you were invested, you didn't see the withdrawal as the warning it really was. You saw the mood swings as stress. You saw the coldness as maybe she's tired. You saw the lack of effort as something you could fix if you just tried harder. Meanwhile, the truth was simple. Her internal story about the relationship was already collapsing. And here's the part that hurts. Once a woman believes she has emotionally outgrown a man, she stops seeing his effort as effort. She sees it as pressure. That's why everything you did felt like it only pushed her further away. When a woman is done, she doesn't want improvement. She wants escape. Here's the first psychological truth. Women don't treat the next guy better. They treat him differently. Why? Because the next guy isn't getting a better version of her. He's getting a reset version of her. A woman entering something new doesn't bring her exhaustion into it. She brings her imagination. She brings who she wishes she could have been at the end with you. In psychology, this is called ego restoration. When a relationship ends, especially one where she felt trapped, unappreciated, misunderstood, or stagnant, she wants to rewrite her own story. She wants to feel, I'm still desirable. I'm still wanted. I can still start over. I'm still lovable. The new guy becomes a mirror, not a partner. He reflects back the possibility of who she wants to become, not who she currently is. She performs, she tries, she invests, she shines in all the ways she refused to shine with you. Not because he deserves it more, but because she's trying to erase what she felt at the end with you. This isn't love. This is emotional rehab. This is the part most men never hear. She wasn't giving him more because he's better. She was giving him more because she no longer had anything to lose. With you, she had history. She had expectations. She had the pressure of past arguments and unresolved emotions. And by the time she checked out, she couldn't show up as the woman you needed, not because you were too much, but because she felt too little. When a woman's emotional connection fades, her subconscious rewrites the story. Every flaw you have becomes a problem. Every effort you make becomes annoyance. Every attempt to get close becomes suffocating. And then she convinces herself that someone new would fit better. But here's what she forgets. The person she was with you is still the person she is. The patterns she had with you are still the patterns she'll carry forward. The wounds she never dealt with will show up again, just dressed differently. No matter how shiny her smile looks right now, no matter how bright her eyes seem, no matter how hard she tries to look healed, she's still running from the same storm, just in a new direction. Let's talk about the thing that keeps you awake at night. The idea that she upgraded, that she found someone taller, richer, funnier, stronger, more confident, more everything. But here's the truth. She didn't upgrade. She escaped. The new guy isn't the prize. He's the hiding spot. You have to understand the psychology here. When a woman ends a relationship, her self-image is cracked. She needs to feel wanted again, immediately. Why do you think the rebound always looks so enthusiastic? Why do her photos suddenly become brighter? Why does she start posting more? Why does she suddenly have new energy? It's because she's performing healing, not living it. You don't heal by replacing the person. You heal by replacing the pattern. And she hasn't done that. The new guy is just her emotional anesthesia. Temporary, shallow, inevitable in its failure. Here's where it hits you the hardest. You gave her everything. You tolerated things, you forgave things, you invested time, energy, love, and effort. And now she's giving another man the version of herself you begged for. It makes you feel small, replaceable, forgettable. But that's a lie your pain is telling you. What you're seeing isn't proof that you weren't enough. It's proof that she didn't become the woman your effort required. Men think, she's happier now, I must have been the problem. But women often treat the next guy better because they're terrified of repeating the same dynamic. So they overcorrect, they overgive, they oversmile, they oversell themselves. They try so hard to avoid being the partner they were with you that they start performing a version of themselves that isn't sustainable. And here's what happens. Once the newness fades, once the mask gets heavy, once the fantasy cracks, she'll start repeating the same emotional patterns, because that's who she is right now, not who she pretends to be. Women rarely heal immediately after leaving. What they do instead is distract. They fill their calendars. They surround themselves with noise. They chase dopamine. They chase attention. They chase a storyline that makes the breakup feel justified. He treats me better. We vibe more. I'm happier now. But none of it is rooted in depth. It's reaction, not reality. Meanwhile, you, the man she left, are sitting with your pain, not distracting it, not burying it, not outrunning it. And that's why it feels like she's winning. But the person who processes their pain always wins long term. The person who refuses to sit with themselves always repeats the same cycle. She's not ahead of you. She's just moving faster in the wrong direction. Now here's the part you need to hear. The identity reframe. Her treating the next guy better is not a measure of your value. It's a measure of whether she grew or whether she fled. And most don't grow when they jump straight into a new connection. They just break themselves into smaller pieces and hand them out, hoping someone will make them feel whole again. But here's what it says about you. You were stable enough for her to unravel. You were safe enough for her to fall apart. You were significant enough that she needed a distraction to get over you. You don't create the best in someone by being easy. You create the best in someone by being meaningful. And meaningful people leave shadows that aren't easy to outrun. Don't forget that. Here's the truth nobody warns you about. When her newness fades, when the reset mode crashes, when the new guy finally sees the real her, she'll remember you. Not because she wants you back, but because she'll finally understand the weight of what she left. Women often leave chasing relief, but they look back searching for stability. You gave her something real. He's giving her something temporary, and temporary things always crack. Your job now isn't to chase, compare, or compete. Your job is to become the man who never again tolerates being someone's emotional warm-up. Because here's the truth. The woman who treats the next man better than she treated you isn't showing you your worth. She's showing you her capacity. And right now, it's limited. You don't rise by proving you deserved better. You rise by embodying better. If this video hit you, subscribe. This channel is for men rebuilding their identity from the inside out, not for chasing women who can't see their own reflection clearly. You're not losing, you're shedding, and what walks away is never stronger than what stays standing.